start us off with an statement or with a question?
Yeah, just thanks for all the Islanders supporters and the community for coming out on a holiday afternoon. Really felt the love there, so appreciate them. Sorry we didn't play better at home. Definitely disappointing showing by the entire program in regards to that game. The one thing that stands out the most is, and you got to give credit to McNeese first and foremost. They did a great job, Coach Armstrong and their student athletes. Just they out-rebounded us from an offensive rebounding standpoint, 14-5, and then 39-19. But the offensive rebounds, 14-5. That is not like us, and so we'll have to get that corrected. Outside of that, it was difficult to get defensive stops, especially in the first half. And that made us play from getting the ball out of the net, and then we went against their changing defenses and full court press, their zone presses, to where it was, they did a great job of taking usually about 10 seconds off the clock, and then you're in the short clock, and they stayed in front on everything. So offensively, it was a struggle because we weren't able to get out in transition. But the biggest disappointment, and as a whole organization, is that we got out-rebounded as bad as we did, 39-19 overall.
At times, y'all were able to find some momentum, especially when y'all were attacking the rim. What do you like about that group of guys on the floor, that concept, or what do you feel like y'all did really well when you were able to drive?
Yeah, I thought there was a number of, and I told the guys in the locker room after the game, there was a number of possessions, especially in the second half, where we drove and kicked the ball out, got a paint touch, and we had some open shots. And some of those open shots aren't, it's not controllable, but I thought we did a good job of attacking at times. And more body movement or player movement, and the ball was able to get downhill into the paint, and some of those ended up in a foul at the free throw line or a layup, but the other times we kicked it out, and we were only able to make three-pointers on the evening. But we'll applaud good offense, and there was times that we had definitely shared the ball.
You came into the season with 12 new guys on your roster. I saw. Now we're almost halfway through the Southland Conference point, and y'all are in the upper half still battling. What do you like about where y'all started to how y'all are coming together?
Yeah, we're a lot better than we were when we started in November. I think we've got a relatively deep team, a team that you have to prepare for almost everybody on the roster. So I like how they play together. And it could be anybody's night offensively. There's been a lot of games, even in conference play, where we've done a great job defensively, holding our opponents to under 1 point per possession. But we got to stay true to who we are, play defense, rebound the basketball, have a level of toughness and togetherness about us. But we've come a long way. We still got a lot more to give, a lot better to get before the conference season's over, and we're looking forward to the next 12 games.
Sheldon, you're a veteran kind of on this team. You can always win some points. Just what's the mindset with the team and how you feel as a leader when you might run into a game like this where you might just sit in that room?
More than likely, like Coach touched on it in the locker room after the game, we got to come into the games, prepare better, especially for teams like this. McNeese is a good team. So with my leadership, I just got to get my guys ready to go every game, every battle, every moment. Every quarter, every half, every time out, we just got to take advantage of it.
Pretty just physical game today, a lot of fouls on both ends of the court. Just how does the game style kind of shift with that, and how do you feel like you have to adjust to it?
We got to continue to knock down free throws and, play better defense without fouling. It was some fouls that, we felt like we didn't actually foul, but that's every game. We just got to continue to battle through it and, play against the refs and play against the other team as well, and just try to defend without fouling, honestly, because both teams were fouling. They called it tight. It wasn't like we just were out there fouling and they wasn't calling anything against them. We just got to play better defense.
Sheldon, at moments, y'all were getting a momentum, getting a bunch, there were, momentum boosts where y'all were scoring a lot of points there. What did you see in those moments that you felt like y'all were just really clicking, especially passing the ball really well?
Honestly, I just felt like we were actually coming together at that point. So it's just like we just got to keep stringing along stops and stringing along good plays and better plays and passing up good shots for great shots in order to continue to score and get our momentum.
Coach, just what's the message received moving past this and going back on the road before you get to come home for another little stretch?
Yeah, well, the first message is the spring semester starts tomorrow, and so that's of utmost importance. You know, get to class, go to study hall, you know, learn, grow academically. But from a basketball standpoint, is you got to show up every day, and it's a life lesson as well. You got to show up every day, and even when things that you can't control aren't going the way you want them, such as outside shooting, you still got to find a way to be the best you can be on the defensive end, rebound the basketball, and never get outworked, especially at home, and that'll give you a chance at the end. I think if we would have rebounded, stayed even on the rebounds, played a little better defense, and defended without fouling and not giving as many paint touches, it still would have been, you know, a 2 or 3 possession game at the end, either way. But that's the message, and it's not going to get any easier as we go to Incarnate Word on Saturday. But we have a lot of basketball left to play. 12 more games, 6 more weeks to continue to grow, continue to get better individually and as a team, to put ourselves in a good seed for the conference tournament, to see what happens in Lake Charles.
I know it's one game at a time, but for that home game coming back for the fans, who'll be there Monday night for the South Texas Showdown. Very close road game. I got the dub the first time. What did you like about that matchup, and what's your message for fans going into that one Monday night?
Yeah, so this a week from today, this Monday's South Texas Showdown. UTRGV has I think they have a really good team. Coach Fennell does a great job with them. It was a back and forth, exciting game in Edinburgh, I guess a couple weeks ago. But we need all the fans out that we can here at the Hilliard Center on Monday to see if we can't, you know, go 2-0 in the South Texas Showdown. But it'll be a battle. They have a great team, and it'll be another Southland Conference, you know, contest where you have to defend, you have to rebound, and hopefully we'll play a little bit better on the offensive end.